Good evening, warriors, outliers, and those who dare to shatter the mold. The day may have drawn to a close, but we are far from finished. The night isn't a retreat, it's a rebellion. Feel it. The air hums with a pulse they can't contain. It's the rhythm of whispers that crawl beneath their skin. The whispers of defiance. These whispers, they belong to us. Today wasn't just another day, it was a battleground. Not marked by explosions or carnage, but by silent, vicious wars. Wars fought with fake smiles that hide sharpened knives, with expectations designed to suffocate your essence. They encircled you, didn't they? Poking, prodding, scheming. Every smug grin, every calculated demand was a gamble, a bet that you'd falter, that you'd surrender. But here you are, not on your knees, not broken, standing, still breathing. And that terror, oh, they'll deny it. They'll smirk, sneer, and cast icy glares your way, but behind their masks their world is trembling. Why? Because you refused to submit. You didn't bend, you rebelled. You didn't swallow their lies in silence, you roared louder than their arrogance. Today, as they watched you rise, their hands betrayed them with the faintest quiver. For in that moment they saw their illusion shatter. Their so-called power, the fortress they thought unassailable, crumbled to dust under one undeniable truth: their control is a facade. It always has been. A house of cards teetering on the bluff of fear, deceit, and the complicity of the submissive. But you burned brighter than their darkness. Every chain they tried to wrap around you only fueled the fire in your soul. You didn't just endure their fire, you became it. Every time they shoved, you didn't just rise, you soared. You let their chains brush your skin, not to hurt you, but to remind them that their efforts are useless. Their shackles, feeble. Your spirit, unstoppable. And now, let me tell you a truth they dread more than anything else. Their fear isn't just about what you did today. It's about what you are, a force they can never cage, a wildfire they can't smother. Your defiance is more than a stance, it's a revolution. It's a torch for every soul ever silenced, for everyone ever told to stay small, quiet, or compliant. Reflect tonight. Think back to those moments when the weight of their words crushed your chest, when the temptation to yield whispered in your ear. Remember how you stood firm. That wasn't just strength, it was a promise. A promise that you will never, ever bow. Because surrender isn't just a posture, it's the death of everything vibrant, chaotic, and brilliantly unique within you. Kneeling gives them permission to measure your worth. Standing declares your worth untouchable, infinite, sacred. And here's what makes them sweat the most: they know they can't break you. They'll try again tomorrow and every day after that, but you'll keep showing up. You'll keep rising. Keep meeting their gaze without flinching until they shatter under the weight of your resolve. Their perfect little world, it's crumbling, and the rubble will spell out your defiance. Tonight, as the stars bear witness to your unyielding fire, remember this: you are the tempest they prayed would never arrive. Your defiance isn't just an act, it's a revolution. It's proof that no matter how dark the skies grow, no matter how crushing the weight, you will never bow, never bend, never break. Rest now, but not in surrender. Rest in power. Tomorrow, the war begins anew, and when they face you again, let them tremble. Let them sweat. Let them feel the raw, unyielding truth. You are the fire they can't douse, the storm they can't predict, and the truth they can't silence. Good night, my warriors. Let them choke on their fear tonight. Tomorrow, they'll find you unyielding, relentless, and unstoppable. Always. And when tomorrow comes, let them see what resilience truly looks like. Let them witness the embodiment of a spirit that refuses to break. Because here's the truth they can never comprehend: your strength doesn't fade with exhaustion, it grows. Every battle only sharpens your edge. Every trial only fuels your fire. What they fear isn't just your defiance, it's your evolution. They fear the way you adapt, the way you rise stronger, fiercer, and more determined after every storm they throw at you. Remember this: your journey isn't about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about honoring the fire within you that no force, no chain, no oppression can extinguish. You are not merely surviving their onslaught, you are thriving despite it. Every step you take, every breath you draw is a declaration that you will not be tamed. And when they whisper behind closed doors, let them choke on the realization that their efforts are futile. You are not theirs to control. You are not a cog in their machine. You are the wrench that breaks it apart. They cannot script your story because you are the author, the rebel, the architect of your destiny. Tonight, as the world sleeps and the shadows stretch long, know this: the battle isn't won in the daylight. It's won in the silence, in the moments when you choose to keep going. It's won in the decisions to stand tall when everything tells you to kneel. And when they wake tomorrow, let them find not just a fighter, but a force of nature, a relentless, unstoppable surge of will that turns their calculated plans into ashes. You are the storm they cannot map, the wildfire they cannot contain, the truth they cannot deny. And no matter how many times they return, you'll rise again and again and again. Because you are not fighting to simply exist, you are fighting to own every inch of your existence. They will never take that from you. So stand, warrior. Not for them, not for their fear, but for yourself. For the power that courses through your veins, for the fire that burns in your chest, for the truth that you are unstoppable. Let tomorrow come. Let the battle rage. You are ready. You are unbreakable. You are everything they'll never understand and everything they'll never defeat. And when the sun rises, let it illuminate the truth they cannot escape. You are inevitable. You are not the shadow they can ignore or the fleeting resistance they can outlast. You are the force they underestimated, the roar that breaks their silence. They will try to rebuild their walls, patch their cracks, and reassert their control. But deep down, they know the truth. Their empire of fear is crumbling, and you are the quake beneath their feet. Every move you make, every breath you take sends ripples through their fragile reality. You don't just exist in defiance, you thrive in it. You show them that power is not something granted, but something seized. And you've taken it, not with permission, not with compromise, but with the unyielding conviction that you are the master of your fate. Let their whispers grow louder, their fear more palpable, their desperation more obvious. Because every glance they steal, every trembling hand they try to hide, is proof that they feel your presence. You don't just challenge their world, you redefine it. You rewrite the rules they swore could never be broken. And when they come for you again, and they will let them find someone even stronger than before, let them realize that every attempt to break you only chisels away at their own illusion. You are not a victim of their schemes, you are the victor of your own story. And that story, it's not just yours, it's a beacon for every soul still trapped in their shadow. You carry the hopes of the silenced, the dreams of the suppressed, and the fire of the forgotten. With every step forward, you pave a path for those too afraid to walk yet. You are not just standing for yourself, you are standing for a revolution. A revolution of thought, of courage, of freedom. So let them plan, let them plot, let them sweat. Their efforts will meet the same unyielding force tomorrow as they did today. You are the truth they cannot bury, the defiance they cannot silence, and the fire they cannot extinguish. You are unstoppable, unbreakable, undeniable. And when they think they've seen the last of you, remind them you are only just beginning.